Please welcome to the field for Jimmy John's first pitch from American House, Tony Perry, who has been a dedicated employee of American House Senior Living Communities for 15 years.
Live from Jimmy John's Field in Utica, Michigan, welcome to another exciting night of the United Shore Professional Baseball League from the banks of the Clinton River. It is the Eastside Diamond Hoppers taking on the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers in a United Shore Professional Baseball League matchup. And today we honor the legendary crooner and the man known affectionately as the Jewish Elvis. It is Neil Diamond night here at the ballpark today, and a Neil Diamond impersonator has already serenaded us before the game, and we're going to hear from him throughout. I've got the feeling we didn't hear Neil Diamond's biggest hit yet. I've got the feeling at some point during the game we're going to hear that Fenway Park tradition of Sweet Caroline before this one is all over. Alongside Dave Siseski, I'm Brad Golder, and Dave, we got the top two teams in the USPL matching up here today, including Birmingham Bloomfield. The Beavers come in with a league best 14-8 mark. The Eastside Diamond Hoppers an even 10-10 on the season, and an interesting matchup between these two teams. You got one team in the Beavers that's extremely potent offensively as far as their power, with 23 home runs on the year already, but an Eastside Diamond Hoppers team that actually gets on base at a better percentage and does a great job when they get on base because they lead the circuit in stolen bases. So two very different styles offensively for these two teams. Should present a fun matchup today.
Yeah, different recipes for their victories so far this season, and it proved to be a very good ball game this past Thursday, a 4-3 Beavers victory over the Diamond Hoppers. Miles Williams and Alex Bell both providing some of that punch. Miles Williams 2 games in a row, yesterday getting a 2-run shot, and on Thursday a 3-run shot. So Nick Wilson out of the lineup for the 3rd straight game, but getting some much needed production from Alex Bell and Miles Williams.
Yeah, without Nick Wilson in that lineup, you would expect the Beavers' offensive potency to go down, but that has not been the case, particularly with Williams with those 2 home runs the last 2 days. But it is a slightly weaker lineup for the Beavers without Nick Wilson in there. He leads the league in home runs by a long shot, and he's been really the most powerful player in the United Shore Professional Baseball League so far. We're told that it's kind of day-to-day and maybe another week for him with a groin injury, but hopefully the Beavers can get him back. It doesn't seem like that they have necessarily missed him offensively without him in the lineup, but it is a team that could certainly use him as that big bat in the middle of the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, when you're missing a bat like that, you can get through a few games like that. You just get production from other players, but he makes 1 through 9 better. I think we can all agree on that, but you kind of insert somebody who hasn't been getting enough at bats because there's no position to put Alex Bell. Bell comes in here getting some much needed at bat, hitting .420 with 17 RBIs in just 12 games. So I kind of look at him as like an instant offense. You can slot him in there in that 3 spot or 4 spot, and he'll provide that production. Maybe not quite as much as Nick Wilson, but only a little bit of a drop off there, and he just continues to hit.
It's the Beavers at 14-8 taking on the Diamond Hoppers at 10-10. Nice crowd starting to file in here at Jimmy John's Field. It's overcast as we get set to begin play here in Utica, Michigan. I've seen a couple raindrops, but nothing of any sort of substance. And as I look at the radar, it does look like they're anticipating for the 7 o'clock hour on to be clear here in Utica. In fact, as the day has gone by the last hour or so, some much darker clouds have since left, and we're left with just kind of some maybe non-threatening clouds, and actually out in the distance some blue skies that we see. So we are expecting very good conditions here for this game, despite maybe some threatening-looking clouds earlier. As we take a look at our pitching matchup, we'll start with the Beavers, and they'll start a guy that has been one of the most consistent guys in the USPBL all year. Alex Kinch with a 2.70 ERA gets the start. And, the wins necessarily haven't been there for Kinch at 1-2, but he's a guy that pretty much every game goes out and gives Paul Nochi, Chris Newell, his manager, a solid start, and has been one of the most consistent starting pitchers in the league this year.
Yeah, looking at Alex Kinch, He comes in here, like you mentioned, a 2.70 ERA. That's excellent. That's second in this league right now, and that's just behind his teammate, Forrest Kumis, who pitched a couple days ago against the Diamond Hoppers. The base on ball and strikeout ratio, pretty good. In 30 innings pitched, 29 strikeouts, so almost a strikeout in an inning there for him. But you look at the numbers that really stand out. In 13 innings versus the Diamond Hoppers, he's really had their number, only giving up the 1 run so far, striking out 15. One of those games striking out 10, so he's been overpowering while featuring good stuff as well.
On the other end for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers, their starting pitcher is making his first start of the year and just second appearance in the United Shore Professional Baseball League, and it's a lefty. Jeff Connolly will get the ball here today for the Diamond Hoppers.
Yeah, this is a league about opportunities, and it's provided quite a bit of opportunities. And as we've seen as the season gone on, there's been 4 players that made it to the major league, which provides more roster spots for other players. Starting roles open up, and Conley's going to try to hold on to one of those roles. Conley, this is his second game. Just pitched against the Beavers on July 9th, a relief appearance, 2 1/3 innings, but 4 strikeouts, no base on balls, so definitely shown some good stuff and got himself a start. We'll see what he can do with that today.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch Jeff Connolly, a former Division II player at Alderson Broadus in West Virginia. He will get the start today for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers. Paul Nochi for the Diamond Hoppers and Chris Newell for the Beavers are at the home plate area. They are exchanging starting lineups right now with the 2 umpires for today's game, and we are approaching first pitch time here at Jimmy John's Field. First pitch scheduled for 7:25. As we mentioned, it is Neil Diamond Tribute Night here at the ballpark today with a live performance from a Neil Diamond impersonator. Fans making their way in, and should be a fun night for baseball in the United Shore Professional Baseball League here from Jimmy John's Field. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, the national anthem and the starting lineups in first pitch. It's the Beavers and the Diamond Hoppers doing battle in the United Shore Professional Baseball League. Coming your way next.
active duty, not in uniform, and military veterans may leave their hats on and render the hand salute as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Tonight being performed by 9-year-old Jenna Willis.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
A youthful edition of our national anthem from Jimmy John's Field here in Utica. The United Shore Professional Baseball League tonight, featuring the top two teams, the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers and the Eastside Diamond Hoppers. The Eastside Diamond Hoppers are visiting team. They are set to bat first, and Dave's got a look at our starting lineup.
Starting off for the Diamond Hoppers, Luke Ortel and playing center field. In the 2 spot, Ryan Willard at third base. Corey Caswell is catching in the 3 spot. Tyler Booth in the cleanup spot in right field. Jamie McMillan at first base in the 5th hole. Chris Power is DHing today in the 6th hole. Colin Willis is playing left field in the 7th hole. Cam Stewart hitting 8th, and at second base, Ricky Castro playing shortstop and rounding out the order. Brad has your starting defense for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers.
It is Pepe in left, Richards in center, and Williams in right field. Left to right on the infield features Kennan, Martinez, G, and Worth, with Ortega doing the catching. On the mound, Alex Kinch, 1-2, a 270 earned run average. We talked about his consistency. He has pretty much every game given the Beavers a solid start. This is his 8th appearance and his 7th start of the year. He's gone an even 30 innings, allowing less than a hit per inning, 28. 9 runs all earned, 12 walks, and 29 strikeouts. All those numbers look very good for him on the year, a 252 opponent's batting average. He has given up 3 home runs this year on the mound. So Kinch gets the start today. Unique attire today for the catcher, Ray Ortega, in addition to his hockey-style red catcher's mask. Just to the left of the mask, he has an attached camera.
Yeah, GoPro.
That'll, I guess the video department working hard to get some unique angles for today's game. And they've got a chance to see up close and personal what Ray Ortega is looking at as he catches the pitches today. Luke Ortel begins things, and his first pitch misses outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Ortel, 267, a homer with 7 RBIs. He's got 2 doubles on the year. Pitch home line hard to right field, solid base hit for Luke Ortel.
Luke Ortel starting this game off the right way, doing anything he can to get on base, taking full advantage of that first pitch, being aggressive there, hitting it out to Miles Williams. Good job from Luke Ortel.
We talked about it. The Diamond Hoppers, the best team in this league at stealing bases, so they make things happen when they get on, and Ortel leads that charge, 7 for 8 this year in stealing bases. We'll see how well Kinch and Ortega hold him. It's a slide step on the first pitch. Ground ball to short, could be 2. Martinez to G and to Worth for the double play.
And just like that, good pitch there by Kinch, and it's erased. So you think you start the game off, you might try to get something off Kinch, who has kind of owned this team so far this season, just giving up the 1 run, and then it's just erased in the blink of an eye. That's just how baseball works sometimes.
And 3 pitches in the game, even though he gave up a hit. Kinch has the bases empty with 2 outs, and now faces the dangerous catcher Corey Caswell, who swings and grounds it hard to the left side. Diving play by Martinez from his knees to first, and they got him. A one-hop throw from his knees, and Martinez robs Corey Caswell, who hit it hard into the gap, but into an out. A very eventful top half of the first inning. We'll see what's in store in the bottom half of the first inning as the Beavers come to bat. And Dave's got a look at the starting lineup for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers.
For the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers, it'll start like this. Dave Pepe is in left field and leading off. Dan Kennan in the 2-hole and playing third base. Alex Bell in there for Nick Wilson, DHing today. Kevin Worth will be in the cleanup spot and play first base. Miles Williams is in right field in the 5th spot. DJ Martinez, who just made that play, is at shortstop and in the 6th hole. DJ G is at second base and in the 7th hole. Kyle Richards hitting 8th and playing center field. Ray Ortega catching, as we mentioned, with the GoPro in the 9th spot. And Brad will give you the starting defense for the Diamond Hoppers.
Left to right in the outfield, Willis, Ortel, and Booth. Willard, Castro, Stewart, and McMillan. Left to right on the infield, with Caswell catching the newcomer, lefty Jeff Connolly, who's making his United Shore Professional Baseball League starting debut. He has thrown 2 1/3 perfect innings with no hits and runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. The lefty played his college baseball at Alderson Broadus in West Virginia. How about that top half of the first inning? 4 pitches and a lot of eventful action. He had a base hit, he had a hard hit ground ball double play, and then a great defensive play at shortstop by DJ Martinez to rob Caswell.
Well, Luke Ortel started it off right. Thought maybe they could get something together here, and as I mentioned, it's been hard for the Diamond Hoppers to get much, as they only have the 1 run so far this season against Kinch, but Kinch just making good pitches, hitting his spots, and you know, it just, like in baseball, like I said, it can change in the matter of 1 pitch, and just like that, he's out of it. So good start for the game for Kinch.
1 week ago today, we had this exact same matchup between Eastside and Birmingham Bloomfield, and Eastside hit into ground ball double plays in each of the first 3 innings. So very reminiscent of what we saw with that ground ball double play in the top half of the first inning. They ended up grounding into 4 overall in that game.
I mean, talk about a rally killer, right?
Yeah. Dave Pepe will lead things off lefty on lefty to begin the bottom half of the first inning. Pepe hitting a robust .354 with a .442 on base percentage. He has homered, 4 RBIs, 4 doubles. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Jeff Connolly, whose first starting pitch of the year is up and in, 1 ball and no strikes to Pepe.
Pepe been very consistent this season so far for the Beavers, really setting the table for these power bats in this lineup.
1-0 on the way. Swing and a chopper hit foul towards the first base coach, 1-1. Pepe from Livingston, New Jersey, Pace University. Played in the Blue Jays system for 2 years. And now playing here in the USPBL. He awaits the 1-1. And it's high from Connolly, 2-1.
And you know, I know you mentioned he has the 1 home run in the season, but I kind of think of Pepe as kind of a slap hitter. He uses that speed and to get on, and high average so far this season for him.
Fouls that one back right behind the plate, and the count evens at 2-2. Pepe, Kinnan, and Bell first 3 for the Beavers, who are again without their slugging first baseman Nick Wilson. But it is the most powerful lineup in the USPBL, leads the circuit in home runs by a long shot. 2-2, soft ground ball back to the mound, handled by Connolly. Wide throw at first, but McMillan gets back to the bag. The throw sailed to the right field side of first base, but McMillan gave up the bag, then came back and touched it, and just barely beat Pepe, who was hustling down the line.
Kind of one of those little league things, those rules, ball first and then the bag, but McMillan a good job to make sure he gets that first out for Connolly. Good way to start this game for him in his first start of the season.
Now the right-handed hitting Dan Kennan, third baseman, hitting .317, 1 homer, 11 RBIs. Slow breaking ball in there for strike 1 to Kennan.
Kennan, your typical number 2 hitter, makes a lot of contact, doesn't strike out much. Coming into this game at a 317 clip, so doing a good job moving runners and getting on it as well.
Hits that one hard down the left field line. Foul. Just foul down that line, and Kennan just missing extra bases.
Yeah, that had a double written all over it, but as you mentioned, just foul.
And that is not the strength of Kennan's game as you look at it. He has homered once and has 1 double, but most of his hits, all but 2 obviously, have been singles this year.
Yeah, he makes a lot of contact, as I mentioned. Not a power hitter, but he's done a good job in that number 2 hole, just moving runners up, and as you said, a lot of singles in the season. But you got those big boppers. Nick Wilson not in there today, as Kennan takes time there.
Yeah, typically with this lineup, if you're Pepe and Kennan, you just need to get on and then trot home.
Exactly.
The 0-2. Slow breaking ball, swing and a miss. Might have chased one that was up. And that's the first strikeout of the game for Connolly, who has already struck out 5 now in 3 innings of work this season.
So as I mentioned, he makes a lot of contact. He strikes out. Didn't mean to jinx him there, but that's a good start on the day here for Connolly. That's 5 strikeouts on the season already, and just in 3 innings pitched. So
first pitch to Alex Bell just misses. The DH is having a solid season, .420 batting average with a homer and 17 driven in. 6 doubles, 1 triple. Hits that ball in the air, foul territory right side. It'll reach the seats. And the count is 1-1 to Bell.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Bell shown a lot of power and produced a lot of RBIs for this team. 3rd on the team with those 17 RBIs. And this is a guy that's having a hard time getting in the lineup because there's just no spot to put him.
1-1 offering, slow breaking ball down and in, cut and missed. And it's 1-2.
Good job of Connolly changing speeds there.
He really goes a big variance between his fastball and curveball.
Yeah, that can keep you off balance as well. You don't know what's coming. He's used his pitches really good so far.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Tailing fastball gets Bell. Couple strikeouts and a perfect first for Jeff Connolly. No score into the 2nd. And we're back after this from Jimmy John's Field.
The regular number 13, Tyler Booth.
Scoreless into the 2nd inning from Jimmy John's Field. And Tyler Booth will lead things off for the Diamond Hoppers. .319, 3 homers and 10 RBIs with a .439 on-base percentage.
Tyler Booth, one of the keys for me today with Corey Caswell and Ryan Willard. Guys have been productive. As he takes a strike there. 3 guys that have been really productive. Tyler Booth coming in at .319. Struggled a little bit as of late, but playing some good defense out there as well in right field.
0-1, down the middle but high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Booth. Kinch has only thrown 6 pitches. He threw 4 pitches, all strikes. That was his first pitch out of the zone of the game here in this 2nd inning, and that one's fouled off by Booth, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, just a couple of starts ago for Kinch. pitching against the Diamond Hoppers had 10 Ks, so real good performance from him.
Here's the kick and the 1-2. Misses low and away. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the top half of the second inning, no score. 2-2. Fly ball left field, deep. Pepe back towards the corner. Has room and makes the catch on the warning track. It's only 315 feet down the left field line. And that ball carried to the opposite field, but Pepe able to haul it in for out number 1.
Yeah, off contact there. I thought that one might have a chance to get out, as you mentioned, just 315 down there, but good running play by Dave Pepe, who read that off the bat really well for just a loud out number 1.
So 1 away to bring up left-handed hitting Jamie McMillan, who takes 1 high. He's got his average up to 288 with a 405 on base percentage. No homers, 3 doubles, and 4 RBIs this year for the first baseman from Georgia. Comes up empty on that one, and the count is now 1-1.
Yeah, I like that on base percentage. Been kind of streaky up there at the plate, but 288, a really respectable number coming into this game.
That one's low and away for a ball, 2 balls and a strike. Here's the wind, the pitch from Kinch. That one is a called strike to McMillan, 2-2.
And McMillan trying to stop his swing there, but I think he might have went a little bit too far on that pitch.
2-2 offering, breaking ball outside corner, called strike 3. McMillan looks exasperated, but heads back to the dugout.
Had the knees buckling a little bit there, wasn't looking for that off-speed pitch, looking fastball all the way. Kinch just pulled the string on that. Real good pitch to set him up for Kinch for the second out of this inning.
So now 2 outs, base is empty for Chris Power. The DH hitting 324, flies that ball well to right field. Williams goes back, he's to the track, dives, can't get there, bounces off the track, over the fence for a ground rule double. Ball was tailing away from Williams in right field, but well struck off the bat of Power for a ground rule double.
A good effort there by Williams. Didn't think he really had much of a chance to get to that ball, but might have gotten a break as that ball bounced over for a ground rule double. Looks like Power would have made that standing up easily at third base. So good job by Chris Power with a 2-out double.
It'll bring up Colin Willis, who takes that one a little bit low for ball 1.
Willis, just the 1 game so far on the season, made his USPBL debut a couple games ago. Looking for that first hit.
He has walked and been hit by a pitch already. That one's high for ball 2.
Sometimes getting that first hit, just getting past those jitters, can be big for hitters coming into this league and any other professional league.
One to the outfield here likely brings in a run. And that one's hit hard on the ground to second. Handled by G. Throws to first in time to end the mild threat. No runs, a hit, and 1 man left on base. Through an inning and a half, no score from Jimmy Johns Field.
Beavers, the first baseman, number 24.
Bottom half of the second inning, Kevin Worth will lead it off for the Beavers. He takes over the cleanup duties without one of the Beavers' stars in the lineup. Worth hitting .235 with a couple of homers and 6 driven in.
Yeah, big shoes to fill for Kevin Worth here in that 4 spot. We'll see if he can capitalize on that opportunity today.
First pitch from Connolly. That one's driven deep left field. Willis looks up, and it is gone. Kevin Worth fills those big shoes with his 3rd home run of the year and the game's first run.
I guess he answered that question up for the task today. What a good at-bat opener for Kevin Worth here. Normally Nick Wilson in that 3 or 4 spot, but seemed like a Nick Wilson at-bat to me.
It was looking for that first pitch he could drive, and he did. So the Beavers take a 1-0 lead on the 3rd homer, 7th RBI for Kevin Worth. And now Miles Williams bats with the bases empty. He has homered in his last 2 games, takes low. Now up to 5 long balls, .293 average, 20 RBIs, 7 doubles for Williams. Open stance from the right side. Williams swings and misses at a changeup, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Miles Williams really perked up that average in the last couple weeks here, hitting for power and average. As you mentioned, 2 home runs the last couple games for him.
Kicking the 1-1. Taking an inside corner strike, and it's 1-2. Not only is that the first run Connolly has given up in a Diamond Hoppers uniform, that was the first hit he had allowed. 1-2, swing and a miss. Chased one tailing away and out of the strike zone. So 3 strikeouts now for Jeff Connolly.
Yeah, outside of that mistake there, and that was a first pitch swinging mistake there. I mean, he's been really good. Today, obviously just a small sample size here, but definitely shown it. He is a pitcher with good stuff and can produce them strikeouts.
DJ Martinez turned in the defensive play of the game so far with a diving stop at shortstop. Takes outside, 1 ball, no strikes. .246 batting average with a homer and 9 RBIs. Kicking the pitch home from Connolly. That one's tapped foul at the plate. Connolly's showing pretty good velocity. The scoreboard has him consistently with a fastball in the low 90s. That one at 92.
And as you mentioned, I like how he's using his off-speed pitch as well to set up these hitters. So good job by him.
1-1, off-balance swing. Line drive to third. Willard leaps and makes the catch. 2 away.
Good job by Willard. Not really hit that hard, but a little hop there at third base to catch that one for the 2nd out of the inning. So good job by Connolly after a leadoff home run. Have a short-term memory and just go on to the next couple hitters and get some easy outs.
Our 7th hitter is our 2nd consecutive DJ. DJG spinning the beats at the plate and lines that one to third past Willard. Hard hit, short hop to the third baseman. Tried to play it off to the side. That's a tough reaction play over there at third, and I would think that's a base hit for G.
Yeah, we'll see how that one's scored, but you have to think just how hard, as you mentioned, that was hit. That's going to be a base hit.
I'd give him.
And it is a single. And that would be a tough error to give out there, so. Although in position.
Yeah, I mean, not only was it hit hard, but it was hit to his side as well.
Exactly.
Kyle Richards, the batter. It's probably easier than being at the backhand side. It was on his glove side, but still. First pitch, Richards takes, I believe, a called strike, nothing in 1. He kind of gave it a check swing as well.
Richards had that grand slam on Father's Day. It's kind of struggled with the bat and with the power since then.
Pops it up near the mound, and Castro short comes in and makes the catch. That almost was in kind of no man's land between the mound and second base, but the shortstop Castro came in and caught the infield pop. Solo home run by Kevin Worth has given the Beavers a 1-0 lead as we go to the 3rd.
The second baseman, number 2, Cam Stewart.
Got a little Neil Diamond there in between innings on Neil Diamond night here at Jimmy John's Field.
Are you a big Neil Diamond fan, Brad?
I am. I celebrate his entire catalog.
I feel like such a millennial in saying I only know Sweet Caroline, but hey, I only know Sweet Caroline.
Here's Cam Stewart taking a called strike on the outside corner. 217 average for Stewart, a homer, 10 RBIs. He's getting on base, though, 35.5% of the time. Very good on base percentage considering the average. Ground ball left side, and both of the average and the on base percentage going up with a base hit to the left side.
Right on cue there between the shortstop and third baseman. Good job to lead this inning off for Cam Stewart, who also had an RBI triple on Thursday's game against the Beavers.
So, keeping track of the Elton John songs we have heard performed live so far, that was Holly Holy. And we have heard Forever in Blue Jeans, Cracklin' Rose, Song Sung Blue, High and Away, 1 ball, no strikes.
So those are Elton John songs written by Neil Diamond?
No, those are Neil Diamond songs.
Okay.
We also heard the song that the Monkees covered, I'm a Believer.
Okay.
That was one that he wrote.
See, that's Shrek to me. So that just shows how much I know.
Yeah, wasn't it Smash Mouth covered it?
Yeah. And probably not as good as Neil Diamond, but.
And we also heard Brother Love's Traveling Salvation Show, which is one of his best. But we have not heard Sweet Caroline yet. That one's bounced foul on a bunt attempt by Ricky Castro, 0-1.
Well, something tells me we're going to hear it eventually, but
Yeah.
it's probably going to be around that 7th inning time. So
I don't think we've heard Kentucky Woman yet. That's one of his good ones. And one of his more creepy songs, in my opinion, is "Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon." We haven't heard that one yet.
Girl, you'll be a woman. I won't even ask.
1-1, foul to the left, and it's 1-2. I don't really know what the. I'm sure it's not about what it sounds like it's about. But
No.
I've never really examined closely the lyrics as to what that Neil Diamond hit is about. Counts 1-2 to Ricky Castro. Just a 179 batting average for Castro, who pops this one up, runner moving into left field. Actually hit in the air pretty well to left, where Pepe makes the catch for out number 1.
Number 44,
He didn't really put much of a swing on it, but he actually was able to get it into the outfield.
Yeah,
Runner has to retreat.
Not really any harm out there, but just by poking his bat out there, I mean, got it out there pretty far, farther than I thought. Neil Diamond, did you know he was considering naming himself Ice Cherry or Noah Kaminsky for his stage names?
Wow.
I think
Ice Cherry.
we're happy he went with Neil Diamond.
What's his real name? I've heard it before, but.
Going to make me do some Neil Diamond research here.
1 out, Luke Ortel, top of the order.
Neil Leslie Diamond.
Line drive, fair down the right field line. Over to make the play is Williams in the corner. Runner held at third, Stewart, as Williams fires the throw back into the infield. It's a double for Ortel, who's now 2 for 2. And the Diamond Hoppers, trailing 1-0, have a threat brewing here in the third with 1 out and 2 in scoring position.
So for a guy who's only given up 1 earned run against this team so far this season in 13 innings, looking kind of human when Luke Ortel's been up there. Nice approach by him with a double and single. So Neil Leslie Diamond, he didn't.
Oh, so it is his real name.
Not that, yeah. So not Cherry. I don't know where he gets that from. But
1 out, second and third. Corners are in for the Beavers, and the first pitch is a breaking ball outside to Ryan Willard.
Ryan Willard, hitting .340 coming into this game, has been red hot ever since he signed with these Diamond Hoppers.
1-0. Little bouncing ball foul, third base side.
So wasn't too sure how the weather was going to hold up, but looks like the clouds have moved over and it's turned into a nice night here. No sunshine, but pretty good weather.
Kinch sets, 1-1, bloop, shallow center field. Back goes Martinez, leaps and makes the over-the-shoulder catch. runs the ball back into the infield. And Martinez has already turned in a pair of nifty defensive plays so far in this game.
Oh, that's a pitcher's best friend there. Saved a run from Martinez, who's known for that glove. Made a great play in the first inning as well, but what concentration to make that catch over the shoulder. Not quite Willie Mays style, but great play from the shortstop position.
So now 2 outs. Corner infielders back up as Corey Caswell takes a breaking ball, strike 1. Caswell was robbed by Martinez back in the first inning when DJ dove and made a solid play on a ground ball to his backhand side. 0-1 to Caswell, swing and a miss. He was way out in front of a breaking ball and ended up corkscrewing himself into the ground.
Yeah, Caswell licking his lips on that pitch, but I don't think he was going for a single there. Definitely tried to hit that out of the ballpark, but came up a little late on that one.
Catcher Ortel sets up away, and Ortega rather sets up away, and the pitch is out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2, 2 outs. Top half of the third inning. Beavers leading 1-0. Diamond Hoppers trying to take advantage of this situation. Had second and third, 1 out. Now second and third, 2 out. Kinch fires the 1-2, and it's bounced towards third. Kinnan charges, fields, throws on the run, and gets him for out number 3. Diamond Hoppers threaten, do not score. Pair of hits and a pair of runners left on base. We go to the bottom half of the third inning here at Jimmy John's Field. It is 1-0 Beavers.
Now batting for the Beavers, the catcher, number 99, Ray.
Brad and Dave back with you at Jimmy John's Field in Utica. Beavers up 1-0. Courtesy of the solo home run by Kevin Worth.
Yeah, outside of that home run, you got to feel pretty good if you're Connolly in your first start here. Been pretty effective. 3 strikeouts already in 2 innings.
Ortega hitting .280, no homers, 6 RBIs. Lines this one to short. Mishandled by Castro. Picks it up, fires to first, and still gets Ortega. That one was kind of a low sinking line drive that Castro tried to make the catch at about his ankles. Booted it briefly, but picked it up and threw to first to get the out.
And nothing against catchers, not picking against Ray Ortega, but you got to know who's running as well. And I like that he got his composure, took his time, good footwork from Castro to get Ortega at first.
Now it's Dave Pepe. Bounced back to the mound his first time up. Bounces this one to second base. Stewart has it, throws to first, and quickly 2 gone. Here in the third.
Good job from Connolly, as I mentioned. 2 quick outs here, not just a couple pitches. So that's the way you extend that start. You have to think kind of extending him a little bit today. He's probably at a pitch count. I'm not sure where that's at, maybe 60 to 70 pitches, but doing a good job trying to get deep in this ball game.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Dan Kinnan, who takes an outside corner strike. Now the line, the 0-1. Popped it up, right side of the infield. Second baseman Stewart has it, and on 4 pitches. Jeff Connolly gets out of the 3rd. We go to the 4th inning, still 1-0 Beavers. Top of the 4th inning from Jimmy John's Field, 1-0 Beavers. And for the Diamond Hoppers, Tyler Booth, Jamie McMillan, and Chris Power will begin things. Booth fly to left. Back in the 2nd inning. Both pitchers have been very efficient. Just 32 pitches for Kinch. On the other side, Connolly with that 4-pitch 3rd inning is at 27 pitches. Bouncing ball foul, just foul, down the first base line. 0-1 to Booth.
Yeah, just 32 pitches, as you mentioned, for Kinch, but already 4 hits against him, but not able to capitalize on those for the Diamond Hoppers. So good job of pitching out of some trouble as well.
Each pitcher has had a 4-pitch half inning, too.
Hey, that'll definitely help extend your start.
Booth waits, and that one's behind him.
Slippery baseball or something there.
A new one is put into play. It's 1-1 to Tyler Booth. That was a fastball, and it was behind. It was up and behind Booth. 1-1. That one misses the outside corner. 2-1. Diamond Hoppers come in at 10-10. The Beavers, a league best 14-8. 2-1, a little bit low and away. 3-1. This may be our first 3-ball count of the game. And that one slugged to deep right field by Booth. Way back and gone. A line drive. Home run to right field by Tyler Booth. That is his 4th home run of the year. RBI number 11. And this puppy's knotted up 1-1.
Well, that was a no-doubter, obviously there, but that one got out of here in a hurry. Just a mammoth home run for Tyler Booth, as I mentioned. Has been hitting for some power play and some good defense ever since he's been inserted in the starting lineup. Good job by Tyler Booth there.
And interesting at bat, too. He was brushed back on an up-and-in fastball and worked the count to his favor at 3-1. Now it's Jamie McMillan taking low and away.
Brushed back from the pitch that was behind him, which you don't see that often, but
1-0 offering. McMillan hits a ground ball up the middle, backhanded by the second baseman, G. And then he throws on to first to get McMillan.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 22.
So that's just like
Power.
both pitchers giving up a home run and then coming back getting easy ground balls. But outside of those two pitches for both pitchers, they've been very efficient, very effective, but no doubters for both Worth and just now Booth.
Power has a double to his credit today, right-handed batter, and takes a breaking ball low and in.
Power, like Bell, one of those hitters who's been very effective when in the lineup, but just hasn't been any spots for him for the Hoppers.
1-0 is low, and the count is 2 balls, no strikes.
Power's played a little bit of left field as well as some backup catching duties, DHing today.
2-0 to Power. Fastball, low and away, 3 balls, no strikes. Didn't miss by much.
3-0, look for Power taking all the way here.
He is, and it's a strike. Three and one away. The kick and Kinch's pitch home. Popped up on the infield. Second baseman G makes the catch on the outfield grass, 2 away.
Good job by Kinch there to battle back after going 3-0 to Power. As I mentioned, been very effective at .324 on the season, but that's an innocent pop-up there to the second baseman, G, for the second out of the inning.
2 outs, base is empty. Colin Willis steps in. 0 for 1 today with a ground ball to second. Takes low and away, 1 ball, no strikes.
Colin Willis maybe got a little bit of the nerves going. As I mentioned, still looking for that first hit.
Grounds this one to the right side. Past Worth, who tried to backhand it, and into right field for what will likely be scored his first base hits of the year.
Yeah, I can't see that one being an error, as first baseman Worth had to go to his side there to try to make that play. But good job from Willis to get on the board here, and his first hit in the USPBL, and that will be scored a single. Looks like he's going to get the baseball there as well, so something to put on the trophy case and remember.
So a souvenir that Willis will cherish, his first pro hit. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's Cam Stewart. Ground ball to shortstop. Martinez goes the easy route to G in time for out number 3. A solo home run by Tyler Booth has tied this ball game up 1-1 here at Jimmy John's Field as we go to the bottom half of the 4th.
Another $75. So the brightest
Bottom of the 4th inning here from Jimmy John's Field. 3, 4, and 5. Heart of the order for the Beavers to face Jeff Connolly, who was retired 4 straight. The lefty rocks back and fires. Off-speed pitch, a little high to Bell. Bell struck out back in the 1st. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Bell played his college baseball at St. Bonaventure and Slippery Rock. Most of his work done at Slippery Rock from 2014 to 2016. 1-1 to Bell, off-speed pitch, hammered, leaping catch at third. No, dropped at third by Willard. He got a glove on it, was bringing the baseball down, and then it popped out of the leather. So it'll be a base hit for Alex Bell, nearly a leaping catch at third by Willard.
That would have been a web gem of a catch there for Willard at third base. I thought that was a for sure blooper over his head, but nevertheless, that'll be a single for Bell. Just a great effort down at third base. Kind of just poked it out there.
So Bell aboarded first to lead things off in the fourth. Now Kevin Worth, who has homered today, takes high, 1-0. Third homer of the year for Worth, came back in the second. A deep shot to left. Worth ready, the pitch high and away, 2-0.
Bell not somebody down there you'd worry about for stolen bases, but still giving a look down there.
He's 0 for 1 this year. 2-0 pitch. Worth flies it to right. Should be playable for Booth, who comes on, makes the catch.
Good easy out to start this inning for Conley. Obviously last time Worth going deep to left field for a home run, but good approach with him in this at bat.
Miles Williams, a strikeout victim in the second. Conley has struck out 3, but none since the Williams strikeout in the second inning. Pitch home. Fastball high, 1-0. Williams, a former Marlins player in the minor leagues. Attended Cal State Northridge. He's a Windsor, California native. Takes inside, 2 balls, no strikes.
Shown some patience there as well. Normally a very aggressive hitter early on in the count, but we'll put it at 2-0 for Miles Williams.
The 2-0 to Williams. Off speed is away. And it's now 3-0. First 3-ball count of the game for Conley, who hasn't walked anyone this year. Obviously, this is just his second start. The 3-0, he's walked someone now. Nowhere near on really all the pitches to Williams.
Next up, the shortstop,
And
#2,
runners at first and second with 1 out for DJ Martinez.
You almost feel like, I don't know if it was intentional, but kind of pitching around Miles Williams, not giving in to his power there and taking your chances with DJ Martinez, who's a much different hitter, more known for the glove than he is with the bat, but does have the 1 home run on the season.
Well, we have already seen the glove in action today for DJ Martinez. 2 sensational defensive plays from his shortstop position. Now a chance to break this 1-1 tie. Pitch is high on a 91-mile-per-hour fastball.
So after walking Miles Williams there on 4 pitches, another one from DJ Martinez. If he throws another ball here, you might see a meeting between him and the catcher.
It's fouled off the netting back behind the plate, hit hard off the railing, and the count's 1-1 to DJ Martinez.
Big swing there from Martinez. He almost came out of his shoes on that one, but just a little late on that swing. So the sun's finally making an appearance here.
And it looks like maybe the worst for it are the guys on the right side, especially McMillan and Booth. Breaking ball, line fair down the left field line. Bell rounds third, heads to the plate. Willis up with it, throw cut off, throw to the plate is late, and Alex Bell scores. And it's 2-1 Beavers on an RBI single by DJ Martinez.
Yeah, not sure even if that was cleanly transitioned there from the cutoff man, if that's even if they're going to get Bell there, but not really that close. get a little bit of a slide from Bell to put them up 2-1. So maybe you take your chances with Martinez, but a good piece of hitting by him, not doing too much. And put a single over there.
Willard was the cutoff man there. And he did cut it and throw to the plate, but it was late to get Bell. Now first and second with one out. DJG fouls this one back off the net, 0-1.
DJG, a big game for him yesterday, just a home run shy of the cycle, and kind of starts off with what he was doing yesterday as well, keeping it going with a single his first time up.
2-1 Beavers on the RBI single by DJ Martinez. Williams leads at second. Martinez off of first. The 0-1 home is way outside. Caswell bluffs a throw to first, or to second rather.
That one missing kind of wildly out there, so we've kind of seen a little bit of control issues this inning from Conley, who was cruising along outside of that home run.
And now we see our first bullpen action of the game for the Diamond Hoppers. Conley delivers the 1-1, swing and a miss by G. Looked like Conley took something off that one, 1-2.
Yeah, good job mixing up his off-speed pitches there in this at-bat. He's done a good job of that today, he just hasn't been able to hit his location in this inning.
1-2 the count. Pitch home to G, breaking ball, bounce towards shortstop. Castro near the bag, steps on it, throws sidearm to first to complete a 6-3 double play. So the Diamond Hoppers get out of it without any further damage, but the Beavers take the lead. RBI single by DJ Martinez gives the Beavers a 2-1 lead as we head to the top half of the fifth inning from Jimmy John's Field.
Runner on the bases, the Jimmy John, Ricky. Great.
The shortstop, number 7, Ricky Castro.
It's now a 2-1 lead for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. And Ricky Castro will lead it off for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers, 0-for-1 today.
Kind of taking an early bid for player of the game so far is DJ Martinez at shortstop, who had that RBI single and had a good defensive play already.
Low and into Castro, 1 ball, no strikes. Castro comes in hitting just 179. That's gone down slightly with an 0-for-1. But his on-base percentage coming in 373. Lines that one to left center field. That's a base hit into the gap. Castro around first on his way to second. Ball hits the wall. Pepe fires it back in. Castro doubles to begin the top half of the fifth.
Good job by Castro hitting that gap and using that speed for a double here. And as you mentioned, Castro kind of had lost that starting spot for a while at shortstop to Ryan Willard, who's just continued to hit ever since he's been up here. Castro playing shortstop today, leading off the inning with a double.
That's the third double and fourth extra base hit this year for Castro. Nobody out. Luke Ortel, the batter. Let's see if he can get a ground ball to the right side. Try to move Castro up. He fouls it off to the left and out of play. 0-1. Ortel two hits today, a single and a double.
Yeah, last time these two played on Thursday, Ortel showed some power, hitting a home run in the right field area. a no-doubter for him.
Bouncing ball to the right side. Good at bat for Ortel. G throws to first, but Castro moves up 90 feet and into third with one out.
And as I mentioned, he hit that home run. He's kind of out of character for him, but a good job. That's what Ortel can do. He can, at the top of the order, he can get on base and move that runner up there by hitting it over to the right side of the infield. So now one out and a runner on third looking to tie this ball game up.
One away. Ball in the dirt on a breaking ball to Ryan Willard. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the 1-0, low and away, 2-0.
Good job by Ortega to get to that ball. It's a little bit on the right side from up here. That would be Ortega's left, but keeping Castro at third base.
2-0. Fly ball foul right side. Worth is over, but out of room as it's into the picnic area. 2-1 to Ryan Willard. Now the stretch, 2-1 on the way to Willard. He is high, 3-1.
3-1 on Willard here in 4 1/3 innings today. 7 hits, just the 1 strikeout for Kinch, so he's pitching to a lot of contact.
Fly ball hit foul. Back it out of the stadium.
And I make that note because coming in, as I mentioned, in 13 innings, 15 strikeouts against these Diamond Hoppers, so kind of taking a different approach with Kinch and showing a little bit more patience with him.
3-2, line drive to left. Pepe plays it out of bounds. RBI single ties this ball game up at 2-2.
Number 6, Corey Caswell.
Good job.
Ryan Willard drives in his 12th run of the year.
As I mentioned, Ryan Willard, ever since he's been in the starting spot here, played a lot of shortstop, but he's over at third base today. He just hasn't stopped hitting, so good job by him not doing too much there, but kind of just dropping in there in front of the left fielder, Pepe.
Inside to Caswell. 1 ball, no strikes.
So for a guy that hasn't given up that many hits this season, Kinch, that's already the 8th hit already, and we're not even through 5, so much different effective approach here for the Diamond Hoppers against Kinch today.
Low and away. 2 balls, no strikes to Caswell.
You think that has to do with scouting report? As you see a player more during a season, you know what to expect more?
Absolutely. There's a fly ball hit into left center field. Richards makes the call on the catch. And they're 2 away.
Now batting the right fielder, number 13.
So Caswell retired. 2 outs for Tyler Booth, who put a charge in one the last time up.
Yeah, absolute no-doubter last time up on the hill in right field there for Tyler Booth.
Booth has fly to left and homered to right. The homer was his 4th of the year, RBI number 11. Swings and misses at that one. Big cut comes up empty.
Looks like he was trying to go over to right field again over the fence there, but pulled the string. Good job by Kinch, knowing that he'd be a little aggressive on that swing.
Next pitch is away to Booth, 1-1. Two o'clock tomorrow here at Jimmy John's Field. Utica and Birmingham Bloomfield. Ground ball fair down the first base line. Williams gets it, fires the ball back towards second. It's not in time there. Runner coming to the plate, and no throw made as Tyler Booth doubles to give the Eastside Diamond Hoppers the lead. And when Williams threw that ball into second, Paul Nochi never hesitated, waved Willard around all the way, and he scores from first on a double by Tyler Booth.
Yeah, very aggressive by Paul Nochi there at third base with Ryan Willard, who didn't miss a stride there, was going all the way, as you mentioned, to put the Hoppers up 3-2.
And, you know, I think that's an RBI double for Booth, but I think technically that could really be maybe not necessarily an RBI because he really only scored because the throw came to second instead of home.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be an RBI for him, but I think that's a good argument as well, just aggressive running there.
McMillan takes a called strike, and it's 1-1.
Plays like that, when you got good pitching going, can be the difference in a ball game, so I like the aggressiveness from Paul Nochi.
Here's the set by Kinch. McMillan fouls that one back, and it's now 1-2. Diamond Hoppers have answered, and then some. The one run for the Beavers in the bottom half of the fourth inning. 2 here in the fifth to take a 3-2 lead. Looking to add to it, the 1-2 to McMillan. Ground ball to second. DJG on to first in time for out number 3. Diamond Hoppers score twice. 3 hits, 1 runner left on base. Halfway through the ball game. It's the Eastside Diamond Hoppers 3, Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers 2.
Take it away, Neil.
Bottom half of the fifth inning on what has become a very pleasant evening for baseball in downtown Utica, Michigan. 3-2 lead for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers. And here come the Beavers batting in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Jeff Conley, the starter, still out there. He has thrown 44 pitches, 30 for strikes. And the first one is high and away to Kyle Richards.
Yeah,
Richards showed bunt.
Got to feel pretty good with Jeff Conley the way he's come out here today against this lineup for the Beavers.
Swing and a miss by Richards makes the count 1-1. Kicking the 1-1 home. Taken, called strike on the inside corner, 1-2.
Conley hasn't struck out anybody since the Miles Williams punch out early on in the game, but has really been doing a good job pitching to contact.
Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. And Richards strikes out. Fourth strikeout for Conley, his first since the second inning.
Well, right on cue there. As I mentioned, hadn't struck out anybody since the second inning there, Miles Williams, but pulling the string there on Richards to get that punch out.
Ray Ortega, the catcher, steps in. There's a strike one on the inside corner, fastball. Ortega has grounded to short today. 0-1 offering. Inside, it missed, 1-1.
So that'll be the 50th pitch there on the day, or the 49th pitch I got here, or 50th for Conley. So been very effective and efficient as he gets a swing and miss there from Ortega. So it had a couple quick innings there, and only had a little bit of trouble. Done it very good today against the Beavers in his first start.
The 1-2 to Ortega is low. And it's even at 2-2. Ortega, it should be pointed out, is not wearing a GoPro camera on his batting helmet, just his catching helmet. 2-2 on the way. Bouncing ball left side. Third baseman Willard has it, throws to McMillan. Best to shield the sun over there at first. That's the tough sun field during these evening games.
Yeah, that'll be the second out, easy out there. Good job by Conley, but yeah, that sun kind of came out of nowhere, literally, because it looked like a really gloomy, kind of cloudy day. Wasn't sure if there was going to be any rain in the area. Forecast looked good, but ended up coming out here, showing itself a little bit.
Ground ball up the middle. Second baseman Stewart shifts over, makes the play, and retires Pepe to end the 5th inning. Through 5 complete, your score. It is 3-2 Beavers, or Diamond Hoppers rather, over the Beavers here at Jimmy John's Field.
Happy 50th birthday, Jeff.
Back for the top of the 6th inning here. New pitcher on the mound for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. It'll be number 22 for them, Neil Kunick. Kunick has pitched in 6 games so far today. ERA is 6.75. In 6 2/3 innings, 5 strikeouts, 2 base on balls, 11 hits for him. So 0-2 is the record for him. He'll come in for Kinch, who had a kind of up and down day today as well, giving up 9 hits, but pitching to contact, fairly good start for him, but a little short for what he's normally done against these Hoppers. So
yeah, a lot of hits allowed, 9, but he didn't walk anybody. 5 innings, 3 runs allowed, all earned, 1 strikeout, 67 pitches. It's a pretty good number over 5 innings, and 42 of them strikes. So Kunick takes over in a 3-2 ball game. Diamond Hoppers leading it. And the first pitch is ball 1 to the DH, Chris Power. Power has doubled and popped up to second. The 1-0 offering. Once fly to the right and foul, 1-1.
yeah, Chris Power has done a good job, no pun intended, but when put into the lineup has provided some pop and some power for the Diamond Hoppers. Doing a good job of that today with already a double.
1-1, slider catches the inside corner. Power was bailing, thinking it would miss. It's 1-2.
Beautiful cutback action from that slider there to hit that corner for Kunick.
1-2, chopper to shortstop, high hop for Martinez, throws to first, not in time to get power. Martinez was ready to take maybe about a chest-high hop off that grass. It ended up going over his head. He had to make the adjustment, and I think as a result couldn't get as much on the throw.
Yeah, I mean, good play by Martinez to keep that ball in the infield, but I mean, there's not a lot he could have done on that play. Kind of surprised he was even able to get that with his glove, as you mentioned, from that big hop, but that'll be a single for Chris Power, excuse me.
Already 10 hits in the game for the Diamond Hoppers. Colin Willis looks at a ball outside, 1-0. 3 runs, 10 hits for Eastside. Birmingham Bloomfield, 2 runs on 4 hits. Neither team has committed an error.
Colin Willis getting his first USPBL hit the last time up there, so maybe getting rid of some of those nerves.
That one is fouled back off the netting behind the plate.
Oh, looks like it hopped off the netting, came back, and then fell down to the suites down below. So,
ball looked like it was playing Plinko on The Price is Right. Just kind of
exactly
moving down, then pausing, moving down, pausing.
So somebody's going to walk away with a souvenir, which probably sure coming into this game they didn't think they'd get that opportunity.
1-1 offering is low and in to Willis. Good block behind the plate by Ortega. Should be noted that each and every souvenir baseball in the United Shore Professional Baseball League personally autographed by Commissioner Andy Appleby.
Well, that takes a lot of time there doing that, so.
That's how he spends his off-season, autographing baseballs.
Exactly.
2-1, ground ball to second base. G to Martinez for 1, on to first, another double play, this time 4-6-3.
Good play there, a flip from G to the other DJ Martinez, so DJ squared up the middle there, making that double play. Nice turn there, not able to get power on that infield single, but is erased on that double play.
Base is clear with 2 outs for Cam Stewart. He didn't mean to, checked his swing, still grounded it to short. Martinez fires to first in time for out number 3. An excuse me swing by Stewart. And we have played 5.5 innings from Jimmy John's Field. Still the Diamond Hoppers 3 and the Beavers 2.
And we're back at Jimmy John's Field for the bottom of the 6th inning. New pitcher is on the mound for the Diamond Hoppers. That's going to be number 3, Andrew Bynum, the 6'2", 215 right-hander out of Valparaiso University. This will be his 4th game of the season, 1-0 with a 2.25 ERA, 4 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 3 base on balls, just the 3 hits given up. So you got to feel pretty good for the start, Brad, with Connolly today, and this being his first start of the season.
Very impressive. 2 runs allowed, both earned in 5 innings. 4 hits, a run, or a walk rather, and 4 strikeouts. Very impressive for Connolly. Did give up the 1 home run, and incredibly efficient. 54 pitches, 37 for strikes in 5 innings.
I mean, after that you know, like we mentioned, he did give up that home run, but he seemed to be cruising outside of that one at bat there. So you got to feel pretty good for him and see if he can stretch out a little bit his next start there and have that pitch count increase a little bit as well.
Bynum, the new pitcher, has been a utility man in the USPBL this year. In addition to his 3 previous relief outings, he has also been used on the mound, 0 for 6 at the plate. And he pumps in a strike to Dan Kennan, 0-1. Kennan's 0 for 2 today.
So a pitcher and a hitter getting the full experience is Andrew Bynum.
Swing and a miss, good slider. 0-2 to Kennan.
89 miles an hour there on that pitch.
Open stance for Kennan. Pitch home, low and in for ball 1.
Looks like he's got some good movement on those off-speed pitches as well. And if that was a slider a couple pitches ago at 89 miles an hour, got some pretty good velocity as well as Kennan takes time.
A ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out, bottom half of the 6th inning. Eastside Diamond Hoppers leading the Beavers 3-2. The 1-2 is low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Long look in by Bynum. And he delivers a 2-2. Low, and the count's full to Kennan.
Good patient at bat from Dan Kennan, and this is what he does. Works counts, good at bats in that number 2 spot. Like I mentioned, doesn't strike out a lot, does have the 1 strikeout today, but see what he can do here with a full count against Andrew Bynum.
And he misses low and in.
Good job from Dan Kennan to work that walk. Full count.
Batting the designated hitter, number 35, Alex Bell.
And that'll bring up Alex Bell for the Beavers.
Bell with a strikeout and a single. That was a line drive he hit to third that Willard nearly made a spectacular play on. Throw to first, and Kennan has to scamper back to the bag. Now the pitch, Kennan bluffs, doesn't go. The pitch is in the dirt and blocked by Caswell. Would have been a good pitch to run on. 1 ball, no strikes. Throw to first again, and again, Kennan back on his belly.
Just 10 stolen bases on the season for the Beavers, but 2 of those coming from Kennan. They like to put runners in motion a lot with a hit and run. Do not do a lot of straight steals.
Ripped by Bell, foul. And you compare these 2 teams, and the Beavers have 10 stolen bases all year. The Diamond Hoppers 32. So if the Beavers are running, it tends to be just to put them in motion on a hit and run, not a straight steal. One won't be made yet. Bynum wants a new set of signs.
If you're thinking about putting somebody in motion, this is a good guy to do it. Makes a lot of contact. At 4:20 coming into this game, Alex Bell with a base hit already today. So,
and a balk called. Bynum never came set long enough. And a balk called by the base umpire.
Good job by Kennan there, as we mentioned. Just the 2 stolen bases on the season here, but outside of Martinez, he's second on the team there with those 2, and really got the attention of Andrew Bynum, distracted him there. now in scoring position with Alex Bell up to bat.
And now time called, and Caswell will head to the mound. With the starters in the game had a little bit better flow to it. The relievers have come on and ground this game a little bit to a slow crawl.
Yeah, this one's been flying by here, but as you mentioned, kind of crawling in this half inning here for the Hoppers.
Bell gets down and lines it into center field. It drops in front of Ortel. Runner Kinnan had to wait to see if Ortel had a chance at catching it. And Bell just kind of went down and got a pitch that might have been out of the zone low, but served it into center field for a base hit.
Yeah, good job by Bell there, and as I mentioned, continues to hit with another single there, not swinging too hard there or out of his shoes, just doing what he can with that pitch, but Kenny didn't really get a good read off the bat there. If he does, he scores easily there from second base. But why take the chance as well, though, with no outs and Worth, who already did damage up there.
So nobody out, runners at the corners. Worth already has homered today, and he fouls it back. 0-1. Worth has homered and flied to right. Oh, 1 cut on and missed by Worth, and it's 0-2.
Good pitch there from Bynum, pitching in a high stressful situation here, doing everything he can to try to get out of this one. A strikeout would really help that cause. You could set up the double play.
Low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You can tell that Bynum has a unique pacing about himself, and at times he's very methodical and waits a while. And as a hitter, you don't really know when it's going to be pitched. He's either working quickly or he's working slowly.
Yeah, provides a little bit of deception there for the hitters.
Bouncing ball back to the mound, off of the glove of Bynum, picks it up, able to get the out at first base, but Kinnan scores. And the Beavers have tied it 3-3.
Now batting the right fielder,
As
number
Worth
18,
bounces back to the mound. Looked like Bynum had a shot at a double play perhaps, but had it trickle off the glove and only gets the 1 out.
Yeah, I don't think Kennan scores there either. If he picks that up, he'd probably look him back over there, but kind of got a little worked up, a little nervous there, I guess, when he missed the ball there, didn't pick it up cleanly, and Kennan took advantage of that to score.
And here's Miles Williams taking a look at strike 1. One out, runner at second. Game tied now 3-3. Miles Williams has struck out, walked, and flies this one into shallow right field. Long run for Stewart, long run in for Booth, and it bounces in fair territory. Stewart fires the ball back in and holds Bell to third on a fly ball that hung up in the air for a long time, but Booth was playing way off the line and had a long way to go to get it. Stewart at second base had an even longer way to go to get it, and the ball drops in fair territory.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Andrew Bynum. If you're Miles Williams, who's hit a lot of homers of late, you'll take it any way you can. But yeah, as you mentioned, Alex Bell had to hold up there between second and third. Wasn't sure if Stewart or the right fielder, Booth, was going to get to that one. Just a tough play.
Well, and a strange play, too, where the batter was able to advance 2 bases. He gets the double, but the runner only advanced the 1 base, because it really off the bat looked like it would be a pretty routine play in right field. Second and third with 1 out. Infield comes part way in, and the pitch is low and away.
I mean, that's where it hurts you playing deep, but you have to play Miles Williams deep with what he's done so far this season. So just a tough play all around.
1-0. Low, 2 balls, no strikes. Remember, the runner at third, Bell, does not run really well. So even with Castro and Stewart up the middle playing halfway, they can still come home on a ground ball sharply hit. the corner infielders are playing further in. The 2-0 to DJ Martinez. Weak ground ball, snared on the mound by Bynum. He goes to first and gets the out and holds the runners at second and third.
Well, that's one of those plays, a good play by Bynum, but I don't think he knew he had it at first there. It was kind of one of those, put his glove down and the ball just met him there, but you'll take it any way you can. But if you asked him, he's got a gold glove and he had it all the way. So good play, nevertheless, to get that second out of the inning.
So second and third with 2 outs for DJG. And he rips that ball to left field on a line, but Willis is right there to make the catch. For out number 3. G hit it well, but into an out. The Beavers score a run. They do so on 2 hits. They strand a couple of runs. Through 6 complete from Jimmy John's field. This game now tied 3-3. Brad Golder, Dave Siseski back with you at Jimmy John's Field in Utica. 3-3 tie as we go to the top half of the 7th inning. Top 2 teams in the league in action here this evening.
So after seeing some good starting pitching, as we mentioned, it was moving on pretty quickly here. It's going to be a battle of the bullpens, but ended up being a pretty good game so far here, 3-3.
And neither starter can win it. Neither can lose it. And Neil Kunik on for his 2nd inning of work. He gave up a leadoff single in the 6th, but that was erased on a ground ball double play. Faces the 9-hole hitter, Ricky Castro. Corner infielder's in. Castro bounces it foul down the first base line.
Ricky Castro, not known for his power, but he does get on base, as you mentioned, that high on-base percentage. Split the gap there on that double last time up.
0-1 pitch is low and in, 1 ball and 1 strike to Castro, a switch hitter. Batting left-handed against the right-hander Kunik. Tied at 3, top of the 7th. Here's the pitch to Castro. Missed a little bit in with a fastball, 2-1. Castro's reactions would lead you to believe that was much closer to hitting him, but it really was not that far off the inside corner. Now the 2-1, way outside, 3-1 to Castro. Stretching the 3-1. Catches the outside corner.
Good job by Kunik with that outside pitch, painting the corner there to put it full.
Payoff pitch home. Line fair down the third base line. Past the diving Kennan into the left field corner. Castro's got at least 2. And he pulls up there a leadoff double for Castro. Back-to-back at bats with doubles for Ricky Castro, and a great start for the Diamond Hoppers here in the seventh inning. He doubled to lead off the fifth inning, an inning in which the Diamond Hoppers scored twice.
That ball looked like it was almost in Ray Ortega's glove. Barely got that one, but was able to get that inside the line there for a double, as you mentioned. Doing a good job today getting that start at shortstop. 2 doubles for a guy that hasn't shown a ton of power, but he does get on base. Good job from Ricky Castro.
Bunt shown by Ortel, and he bunts it foul. That got a piece of Ortega behind the plate. Both of Castro's doubles in this game have been hit to the opposite field. Pitch home is inside for a ball, 1-1. Last time up, Ortel basically with a sacrifice. He hit a ground ball to the right side. In this situation, no outs, runner at second. That goes as an 0 for 1, but it was a very productive out.
Yeah, already has a single and a double, and I guess you could say almost a sacrifice. So
this time he shows bunt, and that got him. It hit him as it came inside. Castro took off for third, but he's going to have to head back to first.
And trying to give himself up there for an easy out to move that runner up, but was showing all the way. But Koenig just, I don't know if he lost the grip on that one or what, but nevertheless, you have runners at first and second, no outs, and Ryan Willard up to bat.
So nobody out. Willard is 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt and gets it back to the mound, deadens it as Koenig's only play is to first, and it's in time there. It looked like the Beavers had a pickoff play on its second, but Koenig pitched it anyhow. And one of those plays where, as a batter, you don't necessarily want to bunt it back to the mound.
Right.
But he deadened it enough there between the mound and home plate that he was able to get the runners up to second and third.
To be honest, I was kind of surprised he went with the bunt there. This is a hitter that already has a hit today and came in, as I mentioned, hitting 340, but gave himself up there. So going with the small ball.
And the Beavers are going to opt to pitch around the catcher, Corey Caswell, and intentionally walk him. Set up a potential double play, but it also sets up the bases loaded and 1 out for a guy that has homered and doubled already today. So the first 3 have been intentionally wide, and here comes ball 4. Caswell walks. The bases are now loaded. And the cleanup hitter, Tyler Booth, steps in.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting play here for the Beavers. I understand it from the aspect of setting up the double play, but this is a guy who is money today with that home run to right field. Got a lot of power, so you can't make a mistake here because he'll make you pay for it.
And the Beavers are going to play the percentages as well, and after walking Caswell, the left-handed hitting Tyler Booth is coming to the plate, and a left-hander is coming in out of the bullpen. I think Paul Nochi's going to make a change as well. We'll tell you about all the changes when we come back to Jimmy John's Field, tied at 3, but the Diamond Hoppers with the bases loaded.
New pitcher on the mound for the Beavers. It's going to be the lefty from Western Michigan University, 6 foot 185, Derek Schneider. This is Schneider's 7th game of the season. In 6 appearances, he's 2-0 with a 4.05 ERA, 6 2/3 innings, 9 strikeouts, just the 4 base on balls and 6 hits. So tall task for him, as he'll have the bases loaded here and just the 1 out, with Tyler Booth coming up to bat, who already has a home run today.
I thought Paul Noce was going to make a change. Yeah, he does. He goes with a pinch hitter for his cleanup hitter. Tyler Booth will leave with the lefty coming in, and it will be Joey Fiorino who will pinch hit for the Diamond Hoppers to take advantage of a righty against the lefty. And the first pitch to Fiorino spins over the middle of the plate, 0-1.
Yeah, you got to take your chances here. I like it with Fiorino coming in here, hitting .293 in the season, just the 4 RBIs.
Breaking ball is low, 1-1. Bases are loaded with 1 out. Schneider to the set, delivers home. Chopper foul around the plate area, 1-2.
Good off-speed pitch there from Schneider. Kind of had Fiorino off balance there on that swing.
You don't often see the cleanup hitter pinch hit for, but Paul Noce obviously wanting to use a right-handed hitter against the lefty pitcher. 1-2 home, low and away, 2-2. But it had to have been a big decision for him as well, because you got a guy in Booth who had already homered and doubled in the game.
Yeah, I'd love to see the splits there against Tyler Booth, but apparently he was big enough to go to his bench here.
Ground ball towards second. G to Martinez for 1. On to first, pulled the first baseman off the bag.
Wow, that'll get the run to score there. Could have got out of that inning, but tough slide there into second base there. G unable to make that play.
Castro scores the go-ahead run. There are a couple things there. You had the bad throw there by Martinez, but at the same time, I thought G waited on it quite a while. It didn't really play it as aggressively as maybe he could have. That might have given Caswell a little extra time to get on the shortstop Martinez and make a more impactful slide.
Now, that's a good point too, because the ball wasn't hit that hard, so you kind of would have liked to see him approach that a little bit more aggressively, and because of that, unable to turn 2, and now the Hoppers take the lead at 4-3.
And they'll go to the bench again and use Alex Delgado to pinch hit for the left-handed hitting McMillan. 2 outs, runners at the corners, and Delgado takes away.
Delgado had some struggles with the bat the last couple of weeks, but in the last couple of games has perked it up there, up to 264 right now, the 12 RBIs.
Grounds that one sharply right side foul.
Delgado always playing stellar defense at third base as well, but this team's better when his bat is on. And big spot for him to try to get a RBI hit here for his team and build that lead.
1-1 the count. Schneider delivers, runner goes from first. An awkward swing and a miss by Delgado. But on the play, an uncontested stolen base for Fiorino. It's 1-2 to Delgado.
Good job by Fiorino to get up to second base there with that stolen base, no throw. So now a single, you have to think, scores 2 here.
5 steals on the year for Fiorino. Here comes the 1-2 home. Delgado grounds it on one hop, snared on the mound by Schneider. He picks it up, fires to first, and retires Delgado for out number 3. Eastside Diamond Hoppers take the lead. They get a run. There was a hit. Strand 2 in the inning. Time to stretch from Jimmy John's Field. It's the Eastside Diamond Hoppers 4 and the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers 3.
We're back here for the bottom of the 7th inning here. New pitcher on the mound for the Diamond Hoppers. It's going to be Jalen Miller.
Tomorrow it's time to celebrate. Lancelot is having a birthday party. Come join him and his mascot friend.
Actually, that's going to be,
at 12:30 when the gates open.
that will be Jalen Miller here, the righty.
Beginning at 2 p.m.
185, 6 foot Jalen Miller. This will be his 7th appearance, a 7.36 ERA in 11 innings, 10 strikeouts, 14 base on balls, 15 hits for Miller.
Fans, it's the ultimate interactive.
Joey Fiorino will stay in the game to play right field. Alex Delgado stays in the game to play first base.
Snap a picture in a photo booth.
The line for Andrew Bynum, an inning, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, a walk, no strikeouts, 1 balk, 19 pitches. And even though he gave up a run, he is in line for the victory.
Yeah, it had me, I was kind of surprised here when I was checking out Jalen Miller, but Miller also actually played for the Beavers as well as the Hoppers this season, so he's got a little bit of a scouting report here on these Beavers. Pitched a lot better since coming over to the Hoppers, a 4.82 ERA on the season. 11 base on balls in 9 1/3 innings, so want to get that number down a little bit, but
number 16, Eric Phillips.
Kind of an interesting stat there for Miller.
And the Beavers will go to the bench here to pinch hit to begin the inning. Eric Phillips will bat to begin things, hitting 197. No homers, 9 RBIs. Does have a 307 on base percentage and fouls the first one back off the net.
Phyllis filled in yesterday for Nick Wilson at first base. Phyllis has really been trying to work on that swing. You see him in the cage before the game, really trying to get that average up. 9 RBIs in the season. A lot of those came early on, but just trying to pick that up.
Miller's pitch and a swing and a miss by Phyllis. And the count is 0-2. Both managers strategically using the bench late in this game. And the bullpen as well. Here comes the 0-2 to Phyllis. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt. 3-pitch strikeout. And a good start for Miller here in the 7th.
Now batting the catcher,
that's what you like to see from your pitcher, Miller, who's struggled this season, as I mentioned, 11 walks in those 9 1/3 innings, but good job there on 3 pitches. That's a long walk back there for Eric Phillips.
1 out for Ray Ortega. First pitch low and away. And now the wind by Miller, the 1-0. Catches the outside black, 1-1. Pepe on deck, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning on a beautiful night for baseball here in the United Shore Professional Baseball League. It's a called strike of the knees to Ortega, 1-2. The kick and the 1-2 to Ortega. Bounced in there, short of the plate. It's 2-2.
Yeah, it's something you won't see very often or mention very often in a ball game is a catcher wearing number 99 as well as a GoPro. So
yeah,
kind of interesting.
2-2. Ortega fouls it back. I'd like to see what the footage looks like that they got from that.
Yeah, I mean, a front row seat there, literally, for Ortega. Maybe we'll be seeing it soon over the big screen. Not sure what that footage is going to be used for, but.
Now the wind and the 2-2 home to Ortega. Low and away. Count is full to the Beavers catcher.
This is something that Miller, as I mentioned, has struggled a little bit coming out of that bullpen is with walks. And walks will come back and bite you, so we'll see if he can battle back here to get Ortega.
3-2, again fouled back off the net.
Kind of a defensive swing there by Ortega. Just trying to foul that one off to live another pitch.
Three and two the count to Ortega. Miller fires home. Swing and a miss. High fastball, might have been ball 4, but Ortega could not hold off.
Number 17, Dave
2 down
Pepe.
for the leadoff man, left fielder Dave Pepe.
Yeah, good job by Jalen Miller, even though that one out of the zone there. As Ortega unable to hold off on that one. Getting the first 2 batters here to start this inning.
Here's the first pitch to Pepe, and it's low and in. 1 ball, no strikes.
Pepe, we mentioned, hit .354 on the season, looking for his first hit tonight here for the Beavers.
Inside, just missed the corner. 2-0 to Pepe. Miller winds and fires. Outside, 3-0. Pepe probably taking here 3-0. Sometimes give a green light to a guy that can put it over the fence with 1 swing. While Pepe can, it's less likely than other guys in the lineup. It takes low and in and a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, taking all the way, and good job. Good at bat there, being patient for Pepe. Like I mentioned, hitting .354 coming in here, but that's your typical leadoff hitter, just setting the table for the rest of the lineup. That'll bring up Dan Kennan. So we got 17 hits on the ball game here, but no errors. So it's been a pretty clean ball game here. The first 5 innings went pretty quick with the starters out there. It slowed down a bit as the game has been handed to the bullpen here, but at 4-3, a very exciting game between the Hoppers and the Beavers.
Two outs, runner at first. And Dan Kennan hits a fly ball into left center field. Playable for Ortel. That is out number 3. No runs, no hits, a man left. We played 7 complete from Jimmy John's field. It's still the Eastside Diamond Hoppers 4, Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers 3.
You know what to do. Number 12, Andrew Nelson.
Back at Jimmy John's Field for the top of the 8th inning as we're serenaded with Sweet Caroline here. It'll bring on a new pitcher for the Beavers. It's number 12, Andrew Nelson, pitching from the right side, 6'3", 200-pounder. This is Nelson's 11th game of the season with a 1.58 ERA, 17 innings pitched, 18 strikeouts, 14 base on balls, a little high there, but with those 18 Ks and 17 innings pitched, been very dominant on this season.
University of Kentucky product takes over for Derek Schneider, who did his job. 2/3 of an inning, one.
Yeah, Kennan picked that up at third base and made a very strong throw. Was hoping that one would be called fair there. That was a tough call to make there.
It was one of those situations where maybe a third base umpire has a better look on it.
Yeah, I think if you ask the Diamond Hoppers manager down there, he's going to tell you that was foul. But yeah, with two umpires out there, a lot of those plays are hard to make.
Kennan had made the throw and had completed the out. 1-1 catches the outside corner. It's 1-2. Power has a unique kind of idiosyncrasy where when he's not swingy, typically steps out of the box as the pitch is coming in. He can't hold up on this one. Slider low and away gets Power. And that's the first strikeout for Andrew Nelson.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. It almost looked on that last pitch like he stepped out there and then tried to swing, but very uncomfortable swing for him. Good pitch by Andrew Nelson to get the first out.
Colin Willis is 1 for 3 today. The hit was his first professional hit. Came back in the 4th inning. And he takes a look at first pitch for ball 1. One-0 pitch, cut on and missed at a high fastball. Now the set, 1-1 offering, swing and a miss.
Big swing there by Colin Willis. Looking to do something in his second overall game here in the USPBL.
1-2, fly ball foul left side. Still 1-2 to Willis. Nelson to the set, the 1-2 is high and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Alex Kinch started, went 5 innings, 3 runs allowed. Neil Kunik, an inning and a third. He was charged with 1 run, although he didn't himself give it up. 2-2's outside, 3-2. Derek Schneider, 2/3 of an inning. No hits, no runs. And Nelson is pitcher number 4 for the Beavers. 3-2 is cut on and missed for strike 3. And Nelson has fanned the first 2 Diamond Hoppers he has faced.
Good job by Andrew Nelson, as we mentioned, coming into this. Had pitched 17 innings and 18 strikeouts. So just adding on to that total for him, overpowering. When he's on, he's been very effective. A little high on that base on balls at 14, so doing a good job so far today.
Cut and miss by Stewart on a hard fastball in. Oh, 1 is away, 1-1. Stewart has singled, grounded to short twice. Outside corner, strike 2. Now the 1-2 home, a swing and a miss for strike 3, and Nelson strikes out the side in the top half of the 8th inning. Your score into the bottom half of the 8th inning, Eastside 4, Birmingham Bloomfield 3.
Rogers.
We're back at Jimmy John's Field, and there will be a new pitcher for the Diamond Hoppers. It'll be number 11, Matt Rogers, who is 2-1 on the season, giving up nothing in the ERA category. This will be his 9th game on the season. 12 1/3 innings pitched, 18 strikeouts, just 5 base on balls, 9 hits. Rogers out of Clarkston, Michigan, 6'3", 215. Been very overpowering this season, yet to give up a run, this being his 9th game.
Yeah, some really good numbers for Rogers. Jalen Miller, an inning, hitless and scoreless, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts, 16 pitches for Miller.
The designated hitter, number 35.
DH Alex Bell will be followed by Kevin Worth and Miles Williams.
Yeah, it won't be an easy task here for Rogers as he's got to go through a couple big pieces for the Beavers, heart of their order here.
It's fouled back behind the plate, and it's 0-1. Now the kick and the pitch, swing and a miss by Bell. And he is now behind in the count. 2 for 3 today. Rogers into the motion. And Bell takes a slider low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Every time out there, Rogers has been very efficient, has yet to throw over 14 pitches in a ball game, so.
1-2, swung on a miss to the ball in the dirt.
Or in an inning, excuse me.
Caswell blocks it.
Good job there
Tag.
by Matt Rogers, excuse me there, to get that strikeout.
Spell strikes out. That'll bring up Kevin Worth, who has homered and driven in 2 today. Solo home run in the 2nd and RBI ground out back to the mound in the 6th. Diamond Hoppers 4, Beavers 3, bottom half of the 8th inning. And what has become a beautiful night for baseball. Great crowd on hand again here at Jimmy John's Field. Strike called on the outside corner to Worth. Rogers nods yes is 0-1. Taken outside, 1-1 to Worth. Now Rogers kicks and deals, fouled back off the net. Makes it 1-2.
Rogers a nice asset to have out of that bullpen. 4 times this season he's pitched at least 2 innings, so as I mentioned, given up nothing so far this season, but nice piece to bring out here, overpowering as well.
Popped it up by Worth, foul territory, right side and out of play. Count stays 1-2 to Worth. Rogers winds and fires. Another foul ball hit off the net behind the plate.
It looked like Worth barely made contact with that one a little bit late there as Rogers pulled the string on an off-speed pitch. So just when you try to time that fastball, he comes back with, looks like a changeup there.
1-2. Down the middle but low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Worth. In the cleanup spot today, playing first base, as the Beavers trying to fill the void left by Nick Wilson's injury. 2-2, out in front of it, but gets a piece of it.
Barely, that looked like it hit the end of the bat there, but allow Worth to live for another pitch here in this at bat.
Here is the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Bouncing ball to third. Willard charges, fields, throws him out. 2 away.
Kind of a close play there. Good aggressive running there by Worth, but
Miles Williams.
a harmless ground ball in the infield for Rogers, who continues to dominate.
Base is cleared, 2 away. Here comes Miles Williams. Strikeout victim in the 2nd, walked in the 4th, and doubled in the 6th. Fouled it back behind the plate, 0-1. Now the 0-1, that catches the outside corner, 0-2.
Kind of a fun matchup here, power against power. Miles Williams went deep 2 games in a row. If he can get one here, he can tie this ball game up against somebody who strikes out quite a few batters.
Just missed the outside corner to Williams.
That, maybe by a half inch there. That was a good pitch by Rogers.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball. Just a little bit low, 2-2. Looked like it had the plate, but low.
Yeah,
Williams.
Looked good up here, but might have been a little bit low there.
Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. And Williams strikes out. Rogers continues his stellar work on the mound. A 1-2-3, 2 strikeout 8th. We go to the 9th. Diamond Hoppers looking to add to their 4-3 lead. Brad and Dave back with you here at Jimmy John's Field in Utica. Thank the Lord for the nighttime. That was the Neil Diamond hit we were treated to there by what we believe to be a Neil Diamond impersonator, although they have referred to him at all opportunities as just Neil Diamond.
Well, you were treated by Neil Diamond. I was treated by your singing, so thank you, Brad.
And I know everybody else is thankful that I had the microphone muted during the break. Ricky Castro takes a strike on the outside corner from Andrew Nelson. The Kentuckian struck out the side in the 8th, and he's a strike away from doing so, or from striking out the first batter here in the 9th. Castro's down 0-2. Outside, 1-2.
So we've had the pleasure of seeing Nelson and Rogers, 2 power arms in this league. Nelson just a little bit over 1.5 ERA on the season.
Castro with a line drive to right that Williams will have to play on a bounce. First hit against Nelson today, and Castro with a 3-for-4 performance.
Well, Castro, as I mentioned, known for the glove, but maybe he's making me look like a liar tonight. It's 3-for-4 with 2 doubles and a single there. So providing something along to go with that great defense at shortstop for the Diamond Hoppers.
We should mention defensively, the Beavers have Phyllis in left field and Pepe in center. All the way to the backstop,
wow.
High and outside, and Castro takes second base on a very wild pitch.
That was really high. You never really quite know where the ball's going to go once it hits that backstop there, but that was an interesting play nevertheless. But Ortega will go out there and talk with Nelson, try to get on the same page here and what he wants to do with Ortel up to bat and Castro at second base.
And Paul Nochi visits with Ortel. And we'll see how they play it here. Bunt could be in order to move Castro to third. Diamond Hoppers lead at 4-3, but they would certainly like a bigger cushion going into the bottom of the ninth. Ortel has 2 hits today, a ground ball to second and a hit batsman. Swing and a miss there at a high fastball, and it's 1-1.
Kind of surprised Ortel didn't go with the bunt there, as he's already showed it a couple times this game, but deciding to not go with the small ball here and let him swing away. Castro at second.
1-1, popped it up left side. Foul territory, Kinnan has room and has the baseball. That's the first unproductive at bat today for Luke Ortel.
Yeah, Luke Ortel had a good day today here for the Diamond Hoppers, but that'll leave it up to Ryan Willard.
Willard grounded into a double play in the first, popped up to the shortstop in the third on a great play by Martinez. Singled in a run in the fifth and sacrificed in the seventh. Takes a ball low, 1 ball, no strikes.
And not questioning anything from the manager, but by the way that this game has played out, are you kind of surprised you didn't see a bunt opportunity there from Ortel?
I am.
I mean, just that run, that insurance run there is huge. And this has been a close game the whole way through, and Ortel ends up popping it up for the out. So kind of confused there by that, but that's why I'm up here and not managing.
Line drive by Willard into left field. On comes Phyllis, who makes the catch on the run for the second out.
So how things can change in an instant here, as we had a runner, Castro, at second base, no outs after the wild pitch, but 2 quick, easy outs here for Andrew Nelson. We'll leave it up to Corey Caswell.
So 2 outs, runner at second, and Caswell takes high, 1 ball, no strikes. They intentionally walked him the last time up. And while it does not appear that they are intentionally walking him, they may pitch very cautiously to him. Ooh. Nelson lifts the leg, spins towards second, but none of his middle infielders were coming in behind Castro. One-0 is swung on and missed. 1-1.
Caswell swinging out of his shoes on that one, but unable to make contact with that high pitch.
Now the 1-1 offering. Good slider, spins in there for strike 2.
Beautiful slide piece there. Nice action on that pitch for Andrew Nelson, who's done a good job pitching out of trouble here.
Now the 1-2, swing and a miss at a ball that was low and away. And Caswell strikes out. 4 strikeouts for Nelson through 2 innings. Bottom half of the 9th inning, and the Eastside Diamond Hoppers protecting a 4-3 lead.
We're back here for the bottom of the 9th inning. Pitching change for the Diamond Hoppers as they try to close this one out. It'll be the righty, number 21, Josh Semtana. Semtana has appeared in 2 games so far this season, hasn't given up any runs. 1 save already, 1.23 innings for him. 1 strikeout, 2 base on balls, 2 hits. He picked up that save on July 9th against the Beavers. So not a lot of work on the season for Semtana, who was newly signed to the Diamond Hoppers, but they'll look to close this one out as they try to get the victory.
Dalton Dinatali will check into the ballgame as well and play first base. He replaces Ryan Willard as Alex Delgado slides over to play third base.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, DJ Martinez.
DJ Martinez will begin the bottom half of the 9th inning. Semtana trying to pick up the save here. Matt Rogers, a perfect inning in the 8th inning with 2 strikeouts on 16 pitches. This would be Semtana's 2nd save if he can get her done. First pitch to the first of back-to-back DJs. Martinez takes high, 1 ball, no strikes. 5th pitcher used by the Diamond Hoppers in the ballgame. There's a strike down the middle, evening the count.
Martinez will try to start this rally here in the bottom of the 9th. He already has 1 RBI, 1 hit today for the Beavers. The 1-1 to Martinez, fouled it off the net.
1-2 to the Beavers shortstop. G to follow, then Phyllis. Martinez, a 1-for-3 day today. Here comes the 1-2 offering from Semtana. Overhand curveball is in the dirt, blocked by Caswell, 2-2.
Good job by Martinez not offering at that one, showing some patience there.
Now the 1-2. Foul tip, that one got a piece of Caswell.
Looks like Martinez barely was able to stay alive on that one, but
give Caswell a little extra time to get situated behind the plate as some fresh baseball is delivered to the home plate umpire. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, bottom half of the 9th inning. Diamond Hoppers up 4-3. Looking to improve to above 500 if they can secure a victory here tonight. The 2-2 to Martinez. Up and in, nowhere near.
yeah, some chin music there to Martinez to put it at a full count here.
Ortel playing rather shallow in center. Right fielder Fiorino is deep. 3-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. Good start to the 9th for Josh Semtana.
Good job by Semtana. As we know, those leadoff walks can come back and get you. It always seems like 9 times out of 10 that they score, but a nice little battle there from Martinez and Semtana. Semtana winning that one.
Now 1 out, bases empty for the second baseman, DJG. Swing and a miss, nothing in 1.
Big swing there from DJG. DJ had a big game yesterday, as I mentioned, 1 for 3 today.
Count is nothing in 1. Caswell sets up away. The pitch popped up, foul, back behind the plate. It's nothing in 2. G a single in the second. He has also grounded into a double play. Hit the ball hard his last time up and lined it to left. Phyllis waits on deck. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Overhand curveball is away. Didn't miss by much. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And by going up 0-2 like that, Santana, it gives him a lot more room to work with this at bat. Got to swing at anything close here for G.
1-2 again with the curveball, and this time inside. 2-2. Two and two with 1 away. Pitch home. G hits that ball in the air to left center field, playable for Ortel. He squeezes it for out number 2.
So good job again by Santana to get that out after going 3-2 full count with the first hitter. He gets a good 2-2 pitch there to get G out. Last hope for the Beavers is Eric Phyllis.
Phyllis came on as a pinch hitter in the 7th and struck out on 3 pitches. Represents the tying run here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Wiggles the bat, takes down the middle but high. 1 ball, no strikes. Phyllis, a left-handed batter. Caswell sets up away. The pitch is high and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Beavers would love to find a way to get this man on base.
Any way they can here, so we'll see if Phyllis is taking on this pitch.
The 2-0. Chopper towards first. Charging in is Dinatale. He steps on the bag, and that's your ball game. Santana sets him down 1-2-3 in the 9th inning to give the Eastside Diamond Hoppers a 4-3 victory over the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. Diamond Hoppers now above 500, 11-10. And the first place Beavers dropped to 14-9. Eastside Diamond Hoppers winning 4-3. Totals, highlights, and more on the postgame show when we come back. Back here at Jimmy John's Field, the final score 4-3 in favor of the Eastside Diamond Hoppers. Let's take a look at some of the final numbers from this ball game. For Eastside, 4 runs on 12 hits, no errors, and 8 runners left on base. The Beavers strike for 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and 5 left on base. Andrew Bynum wins it. He's 2-0. Neil Kunig takes the loss. He is now 0-3. And Josh Simtana saves his second game of the year. Game time about 2 hours and 20 minutes. And home runs from Kevin Worth, his third, and Tyler Booth, his fourth. As the Diamond Hoppers improved to 11-10, Beavers now 14-9. But both starting pitchers pitched well. Jeff Connolly, 2 runs allowed in 5 innings, very efficient with just 54 pitches. And Alex Kinch allowed 3 runs over 5 innings, scattering 9 hits, but did not walk a batter. And through 67 pitchers, but neither pitcher that started factored in the decision, as the Diamond Hoppers were able to get a key run in the 7th inning against the Bullpen on a ground ball to second base, hit by the pinch hitter Fiorino. This is really the biggest spot of the ball game. The Diamond Hoppers had the bases loaded in a 3-3 tie with 1 out. The Beavers went to the lefty Schneider to face the lefty Booth. The Diamond Hoppers countered with Fiorino, a right-handed hitter. Hit a ground ball to second that could have been a double play perhaps, but the throw by Martinez pulled the first baseman off the bag. G was not particularly aggressive with the ball at second base, just kind of waited on it.
Right.
And that allowed the runner, who was Caswell at the time, to get on Martinez maybe a little quicker and maybe make some contact that affected that throw. No matter what really caused it, that play proved to be the difference, as the Diamond Hoppers were able to score on that fielder's choice and break the 3-3 tie.
Yeah, a lot of times those little plays like that go unnoticed at the time can be the difference of a win and a loss. And this game was close, the whole game. And you got to come out of this victory feeling pretty good about Jeff Connolly. This is his first start. Was stretched out a little bit. Didn't have too high of a pitch count, so you got to think next time out there we'll see him out a little bit longer. But 5 innings pitched, just 4 hits, 2 runs. Was not in the final line there for a victory or a loss, but good game by him, as well as Ricky Castro in the 9th spot. 2 doubles from Ricky Castro, as well as a single.
Hey, you look at it, a lot of offensive heroes for the Diamond Hoppers as they pounded out 12 hits. Top of the order, Ortel had 2 hits, was on base 3 times, and so we talked about it, had 4 good at-bats because one of his outs was a ground ball to the right side when he needed to move a runner over. You had Tyler Booth in limited action, who's pinch hit for it, but went 2 for 3 with homer double and 2 RBIs. Chris Power, 2 hits. Cam Stewart with a base hit, he was on base twice, and then Ricky Castro with those 3 hits, including 2 doubles and 2 runs scored. And the Diamond Hoppers again break over 500 at 11-10. Baseball back here tomorrow at 2 o'clock. A matinee tomorrow as the Utica Unicorns back in action against the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. Beavers are now 14-9, and Utica is now 8-14, and looking to try to reverse the trend for their season so far. Game time's 2 o'clock. Tickets available. Come on out and enjoy some baseball here at Jimmy John's Field. Final score, once again, 4-3. Eastside Diamond Hoppers come away with the victory over the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. For my partner, Dave Siseski, I'm Brad Golder. Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, the final from Jimmy John's Field. Eastside 4, Birmingham Bloomfield 3. For Neil Diamond and our entire crew, good night, everyone.